The whole mission of the U.S. Green Building Council is to transform the marketplace. So as the market evolves, so does the LEED rating systems.
Yeah, there's actually some really very exciting and really progressive stuff that's happening with LEED. For the past 10 years that we've had LEED in the market, we have put out several different versions that build on previous versions, and the work that we have in store for the 2012 version of the rating system is really no different. There's a couple of main pieces that we've been working on. The first piece is a revision to the way that we accept and engage stakeholders who have interests in what is happening relative to the LEED rating system.
What happens is they collect comments from really any LEED stakeholder in what's called the LEED forum or LEED user forum. And so anyone can comment on the current rating systems, the proposed revised changes. They also have what's called the LEED pilot credits, and those are potential credits they'd like to see integrated potentially into the LEED rating system that current LEED project teams can use on their project.
The second piece of what we've been working on is making sure that we have expanded the timeline to incorporate that better feedback and that dialogue. So we started the public comment process and the formal engagement process with stakeholders in the development of LEED last November, and so November of 2010, and it will continue through November of 2012. So we have a full 2 years worth of development that's happening, whereas before we've really sort of tried to condense down the turnaround time, and that's served certain purposes well. It hasn't always led us to a document that was as complete as we would have liked it to be, or as the market would have liked it to be. So we're hoping that change is really meeting the market needs at the level of sophistication that is expected of LEED now that it's been in the market and is a more mature tool. And the last piece of the puzzle that we've been really working on is a change to the way that we have been organizing the rating system on two different axes. The first axis is the credit structure. We are adding essentially two new categories. One category is focused on integrative process, so looking at how project teams come together to execute LEED buildings and LEED projects. The other credit category that we've added is a credit category that specifically focuses on performance. So the performance category is really a collection of all of the existing credits in the LEED rating system and some new ones.
Really what they've done with this round is they've created some new LEED credit categories, if you will, 3 of them to be more specific. They've taken the technical standards and made them more rigorous and really looked at what credits were being sought after and highly utilized throughout the market, and which credits were very much a challenge for the industry to use. So they've revised the technical content, they've created some new credits, they've created some prerequisites. Probably the 3 biggest changes for a general contractor is going to be having to implement that construction indoor air quality management plan that formerly was a credit or an option during construction is now a prerequisite. They're going to have to implement a construction waste management and demolition plan, which again in LEED 2009 was formerly a credit or an option. In the new LEED rating system right now, it's expected, or one of the requirements of the prerequisite is that the construction team would recycle at least 20% of the demolition or construction waste by weight or volume, where before the credit was you got 1 point if it was 50%. So they're mandating, if you will, a construction waste management plan as well as a construction indoor air quality management plan during construction. And then the other one is that they're mandating that there's a certain percentage of materials are going to be have a high recycled content, where before, again, that was a credit